For us, we've essentially also highlighted something that, perhaps a lot of civilians, Pakistani civilians outside Pakistan have been narrating. And Kamar Aga is here, who's also interacted with a lot of Pakistanis outside India. Almost everyone seemed to be on the same page. The fact that today Pakistan Army has clearly lost its credibility, the very fact that all this while they were whipping the only issue that they want to repeat time and again. Even today, Nawaz Sharif has to change his tunes because the reality is this: you can no longer keep on whipping the Kashmir cause. That's done and dusted.
Okay, so I have to clarify one very important thing. Pakistanis are very smart to differentiate between whom to support and whom not to support. So Pakistani nation stands with its army, and whether it's the opposition party PTI, which is being pushed towards the wall, or the other parties who are contesting elections. So Pakistan nation stands with its army, and there's no second thought over it. I mean, they might have their disagreements with the top tier leadership, but they don't really have a problem with the military because they've laid lives for this nation, and of course we fought a ferocious war for the past 10 years. But I want to clear one very interesting thing. Whenever there's an election season going on in India, such terror activities are set to happen. Now, I'm following Pakistan's elections and security developments for the past good 10 to 12 years. And of course, I'm a student of history as well. No politician uses India or warmongering in its election manifesto. However, on the contrary, Indian politicians and BJP for the past 20 years have been using Pakistan and terrorism and anti-Pakistan or warmongering as its political tool to win election. And Modi, your prime minister, has been winning successive elections. So when we see that there's an unrest in Kashmir or there's a terror activity within the border of India, who sets to win? It's the Indian government.
If the BJP
government Modi wins on this narrative. No Pakistani politician wins on this narrative. And we don't really care about what's happening in India, because again, Pakistanis are too much worried about their own situation.
You're making a cardinal mistake in your analysis here.
If you may.
Okay.
One.
Faraz, let me just quickly clarify this point to you before I also give a chance.
Kashmiris, one important factor.
Faraz, hear me out.
If I may complete.
Faraz,
just give me 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. I just want.
Yeah, go ahead.
The point is, this terror activity happens right after the Supreme Court's verdict on the abrogation of Article 370. Why don't we realize that the locals do understand the long setbacks of how this situation will unfold for them? So this could be a local indigenous reaction to the consistency of abrogation of Article 370, because the Supreme Court of India just stamped on what the Modi government did in 2019. So this could be a reaction within the ranks of the Kashmiri indigenous movements. I mean, we do not necessarily have to blame each other whenever there's a terror activity, unless there's a solid proof.